Yes, sir.
And so we'll go to Helene next.
Hi, thank you, Secretary Austin and General Milley, for doing this. I have a questions for both of you. For Secretary Austin, you said in your opening statement that Vladimir Putin clearly now has the capability to enter Ukraine. Has he put in place the military hardware and troops that he would need to launch a full-scale invasion of all of Ukraine, the whole country? And for both you and General Milley, both of you have been military officers for 4 decades. You served in the Gulf War, in Iraq, and Afghanistan after 9/11. You've seen North Korea and Iran pursue their own nuclear ambitions. I'm wondering, does this feel different to you? How would you characterize this crisis with Ukraine and Russia in terms of its potential to spark a great power conflict?
Well, in terms of whether or not he has enough forces to conduct a full-scale invasion, Helene, you heard the chairman say earlier that he's got north of 100,000 troops in the border region. That gives him a number of options. And what he's done as he's continued to move troops and resources into the region is increase his options. And so we won't predict where his decisions will take him, but we remain concerned about the range of options that he could pursue, and we'll stay focused on his problem set. And I'll turn to the chairman there for his thoughts.
Yeah, in terms of the size of the forces that are amassed right now, they could. It's potential. We don't think there's been a decision, as the secretary already made that point. But sure, with 100,000 troops, and you've got combined arms formations, ground maneuver, artillery, rockets, you got air, and all the other piece parts that go with it. There's a potential that they could launch on very, very little warning. That's possible. And there's a wide scale of options that are available to Russian leadership. And the best option they should pick, in my view, is a diplomatic solution to resolve whatever differences they have.
In terms of how this feels, Helene, your second part of the question, as we look at that number of troops and that amount of hardware that's in the border region, it far and away exceeds what we typically see them do for exercises. And so it's very concerning. Where this could lead us in terms of a type of conflict, or where it could put the region in terms of future activities, I won't bother to speculate on that, Helene. I would just say that we're focused on making sure that we do our part to provide the president options to support and reinforce NATO if, in fact, he does make a decision that to invade Ukraine. So.
And Helene, does it feel different? Sure, it does feel different in terms of what we've seen in the past of Russian exercises, et cetera. This is larger in scale and scope and the massing of forces than anything we have seen in recent memory, and I think you'd have to go back quite a while into the Cold War days to see something of this magnitude. They do annual exercises, and we watch those closely, but this is different. So we'll continue to monitor it very, very closely. But yes, it does feel different.
We'll come back to the room and go out to David.